All right, so we hit a snag, and it's a pretty good one. This transmission we bought, didn't really pay much attention to it, and it was a good transmission, all that was fine, but we didn't pay any attention to the output shaft stick out on this. It is 2.5 inches. That 2.5 inches, unfortunately, means that this transmission is from an 85 and up four-wheel drive. And the problem with that is our transfer case is a Turbo 400 32 spline female input figure 8 pattern. And it has the short input gear, or the short input snout. So of course, didn't realize it until we tried to put the transfer case in, but the transfer case never touched the output shaft of the transmission, which turned out to be a big waste of time because, well, it didn't mesh up, so that's a problem. So we had a choice to make. We could tear this transmission apart, replace the output shaft, put in the longer output shaft that's got a 4.5 inch stick out, and it would have all worked, which would have been a lot of time, a lot of money, and frankly, this truck is sucking our budget dry, so it's a work truck, and it's really turning into an expensive work truck. So to minimize the damage from all that, we decided to go ahead and raid our stash and pull out the Turbo 350 that we had from a 73 Suburban four-wheel drive. We have the transfer case from it, the stand, the coupling, the dipstick, you name it. We have everything to put this back in from a donor truck. And so we cleaned up the transmission a little bit, painted it, replaced the front pump seal on it. And the front pump seal for this one was a Timken 6712 and a seal. Fairly cheap, like $12 or something for a seal. So we put a new seal in it because, if it's going to leak, that's probably where it's going to leak, and that's the hardest one to fix. So we're going to change the shift shaft seal. We replaced the vacuum modulator just for insurance. I mean, it all worked when we pulled it out, but nevertheless, it's not something that we want to take our chances on and put it all together only to find out, man, I wish we'd have done that instead and dealt with that. It would have been so much better, but such is life. So this is the transfer case. It's a male 27 spline, figure 8 style, MP205 from a 73 Suburban. That's the coupler. And this is the stand. We're going to put all new seals in it, gaskets, and all that good, happy stuff to make sure this thing does not leak and does not make a mess. And we'll clean this up, paint it, put new seals on it, and call it good, just to put it all back together again. So, again, one step forward, 2 steps back. So we'll see you tomorrow.